Boss battles. Truly a very popular part of any video game. Who doesn't love a good boss battle? Taking on a big guy to prove the skills that you have cultivated while playing the normal level. It can be a very satisfying conclusion to any segment of a game. And Super Mario 64 is no exception when it comes to having boss battles. Everyone knows the first boss of the game, the Big Bob-omb, or is it King Bob-omb? Who knows? Everyone knows the Bob-omb that you find at the top of the mountain in Bob-omb Battlefield. The one you often have to fight in order to get your first star. If you're not going for the Chain Chomp star first, of course. But like many things in Super Mario 64, there are some oddities surrounding the Big Bob-omb. One of them even made it onto the iceberg. So, let's talk about him. This time around, I'm going to be reading the MIPS whole wiki article on the Big Bob-omb. Enjoy. Big Bob-omb. Big Bob-omb, later to be renamed as King Bob-omb in future installments, is a boss in Super Mario 64 and ruler of the Bob-ombs. Residing atop the mountain in Bob-omb Battlefield, he is the first boss that players will come across, and he appears in the star Big Bob-omb on the summit. He must be defeated by picking him up from behind and throwing him onto the ground. Big Bob-omb is a large bipedal Bob-omb with purple arms and legs and yellow extremities. Big Bob-omb has a large crown and a white mustache. Similar to the Bob-omb buddies, Big Bob-omb does not have a fuse. It only explodes when defeated. Phenomena. The Big Dud. The Big Dud refers to a minor detail in Super Mario 64 relating to the boss enemy Big Bob-omb. After Big Bob-omb is defeated, Mario can talk to one of the Bob-omb buddies in the start of the level, who tells him that Big Bob-omb is nothing more than a big dud now. This seemingly relates to the spears at the base of the mountain in Bob-omb Battlefield. There are two big steelies at the base of the mountain. However, after the Big Bob-omb is defeated, one extra big steely appears at the base of the mountain. Taking into consideration that the Big Bob-omb became a dud after his defeat, this implies that the third big steely at the base of the mountain is actually Big Bob-omb. Considering that the big steelies at the base of the mountain are not launched from a cannon like the other big steelies, the two original big steelies at the base of the mountain could be earlier generations of Big Bob-omb. This could mean that two earlier generations of Big Bob-ombs were also defeated and became Big Duds. It is worth noting that Big Bob-omb explodes after he is defeated, so it's possible that the extra big steely at the base of the mountain might not be Big Bob-omb's body. However, this might be an intentional simplification, since creating a cutscene where Big Bob-omb rolls down the mountain might accidentally draw the player's attention to where he went, rather than the star he drops. Another short video. Those seem to be happening quite a bit now. People don't want to watch this. They want long videos. They want something that they can listen to in the background where they're doing different tasks. I gotta make this video longer, for the sake of my audience. But I've already covered the Big Bob-omb article. I've already talked about the Big Dud. I guess I'll have to make this into yet another double feature? From now on, I may need to skip the fanfare and just make these videos double features by default. I'll only be covering single articles in a video if they're long enough. Or maybe I'll throw in some triple features here and there if the articles I want to cover are really short. So I've got us another article to read. For our next presentation, I will be reading the MIPS whole wiki article on the child of King Bob-omb. Now this, I think, is going to be very interesting. Child of Big Bob-omb. The child of Big Bob-omb, sometimes referred to as Prince Bob-omb by the community, is a cut character in Super Mario 64 and the son of Big Bob-omb. Despite being not recognized officially, Many have recounted seeing the child of King Bob-omb in their game. The child of King Bob-omb has the appearance of a regular Bob-omb, except slightly smaller and wearing an oversized crown reminiscent of his father's. Behavior. Much like the white-eyed chomp, the appearance of the child of Big Bob-omb is an indicator that the player's copy of Super Mario 64 is set to have heavy amounts of personalization. Although many never see the child of King Bob-omb due to the happenstance of where they appear. On the last star of Bob-omb Battlefield, behind Chain Chomp's gate, he can be found atop the mountain where Big Bob-omb once resided. He can be interacted with, where he declares that he will right the wrongs of the king. For the few that have seen the child of Big Bob-omb, they go on to claim that he can be found within Princess Peach's castle later on. Specifically, he can be found upon the second floor, where he will run from Mario. No matter how fast Mario goes, he isn't able to keep up with the child of King Bob-omb. If chased for long enough, Prince Bob-omb will flee into the Bob-omb painting on the second floor, where Mario cannot follow since it's a fake painting. Those that left the child of Big Bob-omb alone on the second floor, however, were able to see them walk away. The player slowly follows the child of Big Bob-omb now. They will not flee. The child of Big Bob-omb would then jump into the Bob-omb painting again. Although now, Mario can follow with them and enter a brand new location. What this location is exactly is unknown, though many presume it to be Bob-omb Village. Legacy. The child of Big Bob-omb has yet to reappear in the Mario franchise, not even reappearing in Super Mario 64 DS. His absence is unexplained, although it's likely that he was a rejected character idea for Super Mario 64, and his remnants were repurposed and reused by Nintendo's experimental personalization AI. Trivia. There's a supposed magazine scan that features a shaven version of Big Bob-omb. This image is commonly associated with the child of Big Bob-omb, although its appearance does not resemble what many users have reported seeing of the anomaly. A statue of a Bob-omb with a crown can supposedly be found within Bob-omb Village. It's reasonable to assume that the statue is dedicated to Prince Bob-omb himself. There is a prototype King Bob-omb render that looks similar to the child of Big Bob-omb. It's from the Super Mario 64 themed phone box.